Welcome back to Car Show 1, the ultimate destination for car lovers, restoration dreamers, and automotive history fans. If you love classic machines, iconic models, and timeless driving legends, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest deep dives into the greatest cars ever built. Today, we're going back to the late 1970s to talk about a car that changed the future of performance driving forever. This is the story of the 1977 BMW 2002 Tii, a compact German coupe that created a whole new driving category and still holds a legendary status to this day. The 1977 BMW 2002 Tii isn't just another vintage car. It's the final year model of a vehicle that redefined what a compact performance car could be. With its clean lines, understated styling, and legendary precision engineering, the 2002 Tii represents the soul of BMW before it became a luxury powerhouse. It was raw, it was engaging, and it was built to be driven. Let's rewind a bit to understand how this legend was born. Back in the mid-1960s, BMW was a small German automaker just trying to stay alive. They had released a small series of sedans called the Neue Klasse, or New Class, cars like the 1600 and 1800. These were light, nimble, and fun-to-drive vehicles that helped pull BMW out of financial trouble. But it wasn't until 1968, when BMW stuffed a 2.0-liter engine into their compact 1602 chassis, that magic happened. That car was called the 2002, and it quickly became a cult favorite. It was fast, practical, and beautifully engineered. The Tii variant, introduced in 1971, brought fuel injection into the mix, raising the game even further. By 1977, the 2002 Tii was at the end of its production run, but it had already made a permanent mark on automotive history. That final model year carried the DNA of everything BMW had learned over the past decade. It was the most refined, the most reliable, and perhaps the most desirable version of the 2002 family. It was also rare, because by that time, BMW was preparing to launch its next big hit, the 3 Series. But ask any BMW enthusiast, and they'll tell you, the 2002 Tii was the one that started it all. So, what made the 1977 BMW 2002 Tii so special? It starts under the hood. Powering this little coupe was a 2.0-liter inline-4 engine known as the M10. But unlike the carbureted base model, the Tii featured mechanical fuel injection by Kugelfischer, a precision system that gave the car smoother power delivery, better throttle response, and more horsepower. The Tii produced around 130 horsepower and 131 pound-feet of torque, impressive figures for a car that weighed just over 2,300 pounds. That power-to-weight ratio meant it could sprint from 0 to 60 in about 8 seconds, which was quick for its time, especially in a compact car. But the magic of the 2002 Tii wasn't just about numbers. It was about how it made you feel. The car was perfectly balanced, with near 50-50 weight distribution. The steering was tight and communicative. The suspension, McPherson struts in the front, semi-trailing arms in the rear, made it feel planted through corners. It danced down twisty roads with a lightness and agility that few cars could match, even decades later. This wasn't just a car, it was an extension of the driver. It rewarded skill. It begged to be driven hard. From the outside, the 1977 Tii looked simple and unpretentious, yet unmistakably German. Its iconic 3-box design, a clear separation of engine bay, cabin, and trunk, was practical and purposeful. The round headlights, slim kidney grills, and upright greenhouse gave it a distinctive, honest look. It didn't scream for attention, but car enthusiasts knew exactly what it was. The Tii badge on the rear was a subtle flex, a sign that this was no ordinary 2002. Inside, the cabin was just as driver-focused. The seating position was upright, giving the driver an excellent view of the road. The steering wheel was large and thin-rimmed, classic 70s style, but it gave you precise feedback. The dashboard was simple, just the essentials. Speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge, temperature. No distractions, no fluff. It was all about the drive. The seats were supportive, the materials were durable, and everything was built to last. And that's another thing that makes the 2002 Tii a legend, its build quality. This was a car you could drive hard, day after day, and it would just keep going. The M10 engine was over-engineered and nearly bulletproof. The transmission, typically a 4-speed manual, was crisp and satisfying. And the car's mechanical simplicity meant it was relatively easy to maintain and modify. For years, the 2002 Tii was a favorite among amateur racers, weekend warriors, and tinkerers who loved to wrench. But beyond all the specs and engineering, the 2002 Tii has something that can't be measured: soul. It has character. It has charm. When you drive one, you feel connected to the road, to the machine, and to a time when driving was about the experience, not just the destination. It's the kind of car that makes you smile every time you turn the key. And while the 1977 model marked the end of the 2002's production, its legacy was just beginning. The 2002 Tii directly inspired the creation of the BMW 3 Series, which would go on to become the brand's most successful model. In fact, many of the qualities that made the 2002 Tii great, its balance, its precision, its driving joy, are still found in modern BMWs. That DNA lives on. Over the decades, the 2002 Tii has become one of the most sought-after classic BMWs. Prices have risen steadily, especially for well-maintained or restored examples. Enthusiasts around the world celebrate it at vintage car events, BMW club meets, and classic rallies. Some have even gone further, turning their 2002 Tii into track-ready beasts with performance upgrades and roll cages. But whether kept original or modified, the love for this car remains strong. Today, owning a 1977 BMW 2002 Tii is more than just having a cool vintage ride. It's about preserving a piece of automotive history. It's about keeping the spirit of pure, analog driving alive. No turbos, no computers, no screens. Just you, the road, and a beautifully built machine that does exactly what you tell it to. There's something poetic about that. For collectors, the 1977 Tii represents a final chapter, the last of the 2002 line, before the world moved into the 80s and beyond. For drivers, it's a reminder of how great cars used to be: light, engaging, honest. And for BMW itself, it's a symbol of the brand's turning point, from niche automaker to global powerhouse. If you ever get the chance to drive one, take it. You'll instantly understand why so many people have fallen in love with this little German coupe. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it's perfect in all the ways that matter. That's the story of the 1977 BMW 2002 Tii, a compact classic with a giant legacy. A car that created a new category, redefined what a small car could be, and inspired generations of enthusiasts to chase the joy of driving. It's one of the greatest cars BMW ever built, and its legend will never fade. Thanks for watching Car Show 1. If you enjoyed this journey into automotive history, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment below about your favorite classic car, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. We've got more legendary rides coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, keep the passion alive and keep driving.